last time the AMA Pro ATV Motocross Championship met was in Melville, Minnesota. Issues, though, for defending champion Chad Wienen came in the form of young guns Davey HAAGSMA and Jeffrey RASTRELLI. Problem for RASTRELLI set him back as HETRICK was able to cruise to the Moto 1 win. Then in Moto 2, Chad Wienen set the pace early as he jumped out to the lead and never looked back. And behind the top two, a battle between RASTRELLI and HAAGSMA waged on. HAAGSMA picked up his second ever national podium in third. HETRICK took second as Chad Wienen went on to win the Moto and the overall, which finally put a stop to Kid Dynamite's win streak.
Unadilla Valley Sports Center, the famous motocross track in upstate New York, hosting round 9 of the X-Prox ATV Motocross Championship sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing, presented by CST Tires. It's the NYCM Northeastern ATV National. See the hustle and bustle as teams and riders get set to go racing at Unadilla, and that includes amateurs, and yes, even three-wheelers, kind of in a real retro touch, and that is crazy to jump the famous Unadilla Sky Shot on a three-wheeler. Now the pros getting ready. John Natalia on the left, Joel HETRICK on the right, discussing line choice. Fans coming in, getting autographs from Chad Wienen and all the stars of this series. Cody Jansen, I just want tips on that beard. How do you get that thing done? Nick Janusa, making progress this year. Jeff RASTRELLI been very fast, but a little unlucky at the last couple of races. There's Natalia's crew. Baldwin Motorsports, been at this thing for a long time. The Natali family, always happy to be here. Josh Upperman, another rider who's been around for a long time, looking for a good run today. That's Brett Musick on the 209. Ronnie Higgerson is always quick. An outside shot maybe today at the podium. But the guy who's been getting them lately is the 422 David HAAGSMA, back-to-back third-place finishes.
Came out of Millville with my second podium. Really pumped to bring momentum here to New York. Goals for the weekend is just another podium and get more points. Me, RASTRELLI, Janusa, Upperman are all battling for that third spot overall. I really think I have a chance for maybe getting up there, and just got to win it moto by moto. Hopefully get some points on everyone and see what we can do this weekend.
First full season for HAAGSMA as a motocrosser coming from the off-road side. He's done very well. And it's always going well on Chad Wienen's pitch, the defending series champ, focused on consistency today.
Making it up here to Unadilla in the Northeast. I like the track in certain ways. I mean, it's so fast. It's you got to be on your toes, man, and things can go wrong real quick. And this weekend we're going to definitely play it cool because the room for error is very high here. So, we're going to see what we can do and have fun. I mean, I've just been having a lot of fun lately, riding and practicing at home, and I'm just really looking forward to we're getting to the latter part of this championship, and we're going to try and get some points this weekend and try and gain. And if anything, we got to stay consistent, stay on the box, and we'll see what happens.
Been a long time since Wienen has finished outside of a podium in any of the motos in this series. Riders getting a debrief before qualifying at Unadilla. We'll have that after this.
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs, and by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, and by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Welcome back to ATV National Motocross coverage from Unadilla. Time to go qualifying. We'll set the riders out on the track. They'll learn the track while also running under the watch to see who truly is the fastest. They'll battle for gate picks. Here's big, tall Chad Wienen, always stylish, your defending series champ. And Joel HETRICK, more often than not here on the 88, is your fast qualifier at these races, looking for another one of those awards today. Jeff RASTRELLI has been so quick this year, has had some bad luck. We're going to rebound today. And we mentioned this guy, David HAAGSMA, has been so good and consistent on the podium on that number 422. Hey, Nick Janusa, one of the young riders in this series, could be a threat for the podium today. And one of the veterans, Josh Upperman, always quick, and I love the retro looks on that number 20. I don't want to use the word retro here. Here's John Natalia, the lucky number 13, the veteran, airing out the Sky Shot. Cody Jansen airing things out as well with a little bit of style on it. That's Brett Musick on the 209. And don't count out Ronnie Higgerson. He's always a podium threat with great speed as well. Sam Rowe, I'm going to call him Sideways Sam for some of the whips he was throwing in practice. Sean Taylor doing it as well. scrub off the edge. It's Wes Lewis here on the 79. Johnny Hale on the 16. Suzuki mounted. Yes, always good to see. That's Andrew Bristol in the 10 throwing it sideways. That was John Glenn. HETRICK is your fastest qualifier again. So let's check in with the 88, winning races, but really trying to make up points on Chad Wienen.
Yeah, we just finished up time qualifying here. Got first in it. Felt good in both qualifiers. We made a little adjustment to the bike, and I think I'm going the right direction for the motos. The hole shots are going to be key today. The track's kind of one fast line, but I'm looking forward to that. And I think my hole shot game is on point. Me, Rastrelli, and HAAGSMA met up at Sleepy Hollow for a race this weekend, and I pulled 4 of those hole shots. And I feel really good coming into this weekend. I've had really awesome finishes here, so I'm looking forward to the race.
Well, there it is, the showdown. Wienen on the left, HETRICK on the right. Who's going to take it today?
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs, and by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. Get ready. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, and by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Welcome back to Unadilla. Wayne WNUK on a benefit lap for the Race for the Cure, raising some money. Good to see. There's John Natali surveying the start as we get ready for X-Prox Moto number 1 here at Unadilla, as the riders have been saying. One of the fastest tracks of the year, and not quite rough enough to allow for a lot of different lines. So we're going to see who can make passes and who can make moves. We've got Jeff Rastrelli with the Rocky Mountain ATVMC on board. Oh, and he's going to use the onboard and show you what it's like to get clean laps in out here. He's got the hole shot. And quickly looking over, that is Joel HETRICK down the inside and into Gravity Cavity. Famous obstacle down and out here at Unadilla. You see a little water thrown down. I believe that's the first pro hole shot ever for Rastrelli. Been a great season for him so far. Could he maybe get his first ever moto win? Going to be tough. And HETRICK right behind. And that's Wienen as well. We mentioned how fast this track is. You'll see what happens in the back here. Long straightaway coming up. A couple of rollers slow them down a little bit. You make a left, and they're going to come right back at you. And this section has definitely led to some mistakes over the years. These guys pushing each other. Rastrelli all out. Here comes the sky shot. Beautiful. That's the way you want to do it. Oh, but don't look back. Keep that camera facing forward, because look at Joel HETRICK, Rastrelli's buddy here, trying to make some moves. Almost got to the inside. And they come back out of the wall jump. And HETRICK's getting desperate because he has Chad Wienen all over him, your 2 championship combatants. 22 points is the lead for Wienen right now over HETRICK. And they're both trying to figure out a way around Rastrelli. And Rastrelli just keeps taking steps in this series year after year, and now getting to log some laps led. Beautiful pitch around that corner, that right-hander, throwing that thing totally sideways. That is old school. The old TT series we used to run in this championship. Oh, now Wienen has a line down the inside. Oh, I thought he was going to get HETRICK there. And don't count out HAAGSMA, who's not too far back. And look, Wienen has made the move. So that is a pivotal one. HETRICK going to try to fight back, and HAAGSMA running the pace there in 4th. So an awesome race for both Rastrelli and HAAGSMA to see exactly what your 2 series leaders are doing. But for how long? Now that Wienen has made the move on HETRICK, you can see he's looking for daylight and a place to get around Rastrelli. Past the mechanics area we go, headed toward Gravity Cavity again. HETRICK looking for an opening to try to get back around Wienen. They're going to come out of this corner side by side, the outside line. A little bit more momentum. Wienen able to hold on. Now he's trying to drive it right past Rastrelli, and he and HETRICK almost tangled. And remember, a couple of weeks ago we had a race where they did bump, and Wienen went down. So how aggressive will they get with each other? Rastrelli trying to hold on. This is the best racing we've seen all year. HETRICK's out of the inside of Wienen. Rastrelli just feathering the throttle try to find some traction and hold these guys off. Over the sky shot. Jeff Rastrelli hanging on with incredible pressure being applied by two riders who have won all the races this year, and he is not giving in an inch. Awesome battle here at Unadilla. Down the mechanic straightaway. Rastrelli's actually pulled away a little bit. Amazing run for him. Let's see if he can keep it up.
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs, and by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Battle is on at Unadilla, nearly 3 wide in the ATV National Motocross Championship. Jeff Rastrelli in the lead. Chad Wienen all over him. Wienen got around Joel HETRICK. HETRICK is trying to repass him, and he does. He gets to the inside. Who's going to lead coming out of this corner? And it is HETRICK. So great to see he and Wienen passing each other back and forth as we're back on board with Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com, giving you the shots from Rastrelli. Florida man, backed by JB Racing, Root River Racing, and Gold Speed Tires. He grabbed the SSI Decals HOLESHOT Award and has led every inch since there, but it is a game of inches with Joel HETRICK desperate to make a pass, and he gets the opening he wants. Going up the big elevator shaft uphill, they bump wheels. Coming back out, and Rastrelli continues to lead. Wow, and that's 2 laps to go. So he's got an opportunity to win this moto, and HETRICK just took it away. Drag race past the mechanics. Long way around for Rastrelli. He doesn't want to give in. He's got the inside of the next corner, and he emerges with the lead, and look at Wienen take advantage. Oh, couldn't make it stick. HETRICK got him back. Unbelievable action at a racetrack that has had many, many great battles through the years. And this is one the ATV motocross fans of New York are not gonna forget about it. Oh, trying to hog the line is Rastrelli, and finally HETRICK just pulls him out of the way. Clutch move. The Elka Racing Liquid Wrench Maxxis backed rider on the Honda takes over the lead. And now it's desperation time for Chad Wienen. He cannot let HETRICK get away. He at least needs to try to get Rastrelli for second. White flag should be coming out now. What does the champion in third have up his sleeve? Last lap. Watch for the Yamaha to try to get to the inside and try to find a way around Rastrelli. HETRICK is taking off. Out of gravity cavity. Looks like the lead has settled down. But there is Wienen. Oh, a little mistake on the exit as he hit that soft part of the berm. Rastrelli, though, is still able to hold Wienen off. For how much longer, though? And that fast section in the back, that's where passes have been made throughout this moto. And Wienen finally gets him. Oh, Rastrelli fought so hard. Can he figure out a way to pay him back? He's definitely going to go for it. HETRICK hits the sky shot. He's about 3 turns away from winning the moto. Wienen still in front of Rastrelli. Still, this is the best race we've ever seen Rastrelli put in. He led almost all the laps. Not getting yarded by these guys. Checkered flag is out. HETRICK wins Moto 1. Wienen just outlasts Rastrelli, and you see how bummed he is. He wanted to finish in front of one of those guys. Rodney Tomlin there to interview HETRICK on the podium. And they've got to get reset for X-Prox Moto number 2. Wienen knows if he wins this one, he can still turn the tables and get today's overall win. And HETRICK knows he has to prevent it. And what about the spoiler, Rastrelli? The Rocky Mountain ATVMC helmet cam again. Not a good jump this time. And now they got him buried. And Wienen has got your SSI Decals HOLESHOT Award. After eating roost that entire first moto, he's got to feel good about that. Rastrelli is going to get desperate right off the rip. He and HETRICK have got work to do. into gravity cavity and out. Wide open, Chad Wienen leads it. Hey, shout out to Sam Rowe in second. Nicely done. The deck has definitely been shuffled in this moto, so much like Rastrelli in Moto 1, we'll see what Rowe could do up front. Oh, and almost off the track is Wienen, and you know he's trying to burn hard laps right now with daylight in front of him. Here's Rastrelli still following HETRICK through. Can they make any passes? I believe that's John Natale right in front of them. As Wienen tries to motor away on the Wienen Motorsports SSI decals. Walsh Racecraft Factory Yamaha, Maxxis back, Fly Racing Machine. And that factory Yamaha power paying off, and look at the battle brewing as Natale has made the move on Rowe, and Rastrelli is trying to get HETRICK. Wow, 4 ATVs over that sky shot at once. HETRICK's gonna try an outside to inside move. Rastrelli's trying it as well. Rowe's got his hands full right now. It's where they say everything's happening in a hurry at this pace up front. And they finally got it. So Natale to second. An up and down season for Natale. Last year some big injuries, missed second half of the year. So good to see him back with us, still trying to rebuild himself and get back to the point where he was. You can never count out Natale as a potential for a moto win. This year still hasn't gotten one. Only 2 moto podiums this year for Natale. That is way under par for a man who's won this title a couple of times. So he's going to be fighting to the death to hold on to one here. And fighting very hard is Chad Wienen, starting to get away. Watch him pitch it into these corners. Just so aggressive early in this moto. Oh, looks like HETRICK has cleared Natale, and Rastrelli trying to get him also. So HETRICK, this is his opportunity. Does he have the speed to run Wienen down? Rastrelli trying to get Natale, so a couple of things to watch at once right now. Wienen, can he maintain the lead over HETRICK? And kind of a battle of old versus new. Natale's been at this game a long time, and you see him flying in formation with the young Rastrelli in a battle for that final podium spot. Gotta love what you see from Wienen here. Aggressive when he needs to be, consistent when it's not there. Just taking advantage of every opportunity in front of him. Meanwhile, Joel HETRICK, he crashed out of the opening round of the series at Daytona. He's been playing comeback mode ever since then. Trying to come back right now also is Rastrelli, looking for an opening to try to take a podium from Natale, and he's got it. Stay with us.
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs, and by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, and by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Time running out here at Unadilla. You're watching Joel HETRICK, second place, trying to close the gap on Chad Wienen, who leads the way. It's the NYCM Northeast ATV National at Unadilla Valley Sports Center. Look at Wienen through there. It doesn't even look like he's trying that hard. Little correction kick in the boot around in midair. And then you see HETRICK, who is just all full of fire right now, throwing everything he has at it to try to catch Wienen. Now, early in his career, Wienen was known as the wide open guy. He was a charger. He'd have some big crashes every year and win a lot of races. But once he figured out how to win this title, I literally cannot remember him having a bad moto. 4 straight championships, and trying to win a 5th this year. And as I mentioned earlier, as we're on to the last lap, it was one big crash at the Daytona ATV Supercross by Fly Racing. Series opener. HETRICK went down, lost a ton of points, and he has been struggling to make those up all season. He's won a lot of overalls, but it's going to end up like it is today. It's going to be a 2nd and a 1st for HETRICK, a 2nd and a 1st on a day for Wienen. They're going to tie him points. And Chad Wienen, you'll take the tie every weekend. He has a 22-point lead. He just needs to not lose points. He's not going to today, and the 2-1. He'll win the tiebreaker and get the overall victory as well. That'll be 4 wins on the season for the big man from Galena, Illinois, and a little number 1. He salutes the fans and his team. Chad Wienen's got back-to-back victories in the ATV Nationals. Let's talk to our winners.
Man, second moto, I was like, man, I need to get the start to really showcase what I got and go for it. And man, Alaska Motorsports engine ripped out of the start with those Maxxis tires and that Yamaha, and got the start, and we led it from start to finish. And I put in a couple of heaters early on to really get a little bit of a gap, and just maintained it the whole race. And man, I just can't thank my team enough, the WIENEN Motorsports team, and all these fans out here at Unadilla. It was a great day. So looking forward to Redbud next, and enjoy this overall this weekend.
Started off Moto 1 with second on the hole shot. Made a little bobble. Chad got around me. I was sitting in third for probably most of the race. 2 laps ago, I made 2 slick passes on Jeffrey and Chad. Got the moto win. Second moto came out with about 5th on the start. Had to make some quick passes. Probably midway through the race, I made a huge mistake, and lucky to be on the bike still. And I finished the race in second. Chad had probably a 5 or 6 second lead on me, and I just couldn't pick it up after that. I got the 1-2 finish today for second overall. Still pretty pumped about it. No points gained or lost, so we're still in the same boat, headed into Redbud, and looking to 1-1 at Redbud and the rest of the season finish off strong.
RacerTV here at Unadilla MX. Had an awesome weekend back on the box, for the first time in a while. Had some health issues, mid-season, and got them all figured out. And feeling the best I ever have in my whole career. And first moto, I got my first pro hole shot ever. It was awesome. It was an awesome feeling. I've never came around the corner in first place, so it was a little nerve-wracking though, with Joel and Chad behind me for 9 out of 11 laps. And I kind of just rode my race, and ended up finishing third that moto. And then the second moto came out with probably like 5th, 6th place start, and just worked my way up. And me and Natalie had a little battle there for a little while, and I got around him and tried to put a dent in Chad and Joel's lead, and just couldn't catch him. We stayed about the same. So I'm really happy with how he came out of here, and I'm looking forward to Redbud and hopefully get on the podium again and get my first win.
Yeah, might not be long till he gets one. You watch the AMSOIL race recap here, and you'll see that RaSTRELLI, with that hole shot in Moto 1, he let the title combatants battle behind him. And look at the attempts that WIENEN and HETRICK took at him, and finally HETRICK was able to bust the door down, get by, and get the Moto win. WIENEN was second, then WIENEN grabs a hole shot in Moto 2. Checks out from there. HETRICK and RaSTRELLI had their hands full trying to come through traffic. HETRICK got to second, then had a huge near miss, almost crashed hard, then opened the door for WIENEN to keep pulling away and take his 4th victory of the season. 3 rounds remain in 2016. Stay with us all year on MavTV.